Hello Year 6 and welcome to Monday's Literacy, and as you know, today is your comprehension day. Okay, so there are 3 texts in your pack, your mild, your medium and your hot. Just choose one. Okay, you don't have to do them all, just choose one level and have a go at that one. Okay, so today's text is The Man Who Bought a Mountain. Okay, and I'm just going to go through a few of the questions that might trip you up and show you how to answer them. Okay, so on this mild one, we're going to have a look at this question here. Now, you're used to doing similar things about true or false. So this one is mentioned and not mentioned. So mentioned means that it says something about this in the text. Okay, so it's really similar to true or false, but it's just worded differently into mentioned and not mentioned. Now, be really careful to read the question, because it tells you which paragraph to look at. So it says, look at the paragraph beginning the area around the spring of hope. So I'm going to go back to the text and find that paragraph, because that will help me answer this. So I'm looking for these things in the text to see if they are mentioned or they're not there at all. Okay, so I'm going to look at them individually. So I've got Deep Valley. So here is the paragraph, the area around spring of hope. Also be careful, this does go on to the next page. So this paragraph starts on this page and it continues on the next one. Okay, so I'm going to have a look. I'm looking for Deep Valley. So remember, they are my keywords at the moment. So I'm scanning over to look for Deep Valley. Now, it's not there. And remember, I said it does go on to the next page. It just finishes here. Now, that's not mentioned. I can't see any mention of Deep Valley. So I would tick not mentioned, because there's no mention of Deep Valley. Okay, so the second one is Cascading Waterfall. That means it's coming down somewhere. So I'm going to have another skim over here for those key words. Oh, there they are. So that is in the text. So I'd go back to my questions and I would tick that is mentioned. Okay, so that's that one. So just be really careful when you are answering that one. And then lots of these questions on here are retrieval. Remember, that means that the answer is in the text. Okay? Right, so your medium, I'm just going to flick that one onto the very last question. Okay? So here, and these questions are asking for your opinion, but you've got to use evidence. Okay, so this question here, this very last one, says using evidence from the whole text. So from all of your reading, you've got to think about whether you think Yash is a good guy. So Yash is the main character in this, and then explain your answer. So it's not okay to just tick yes and then put I think he's a good guide. You've got to find something in the text that supports what you are saying. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the text. I'm going to look at the beginning. So it says here that he's giving instructions, everyone stick together, look out for each other. It says that he finishes his speech and smiles at everybody. He speaks loudly and clearly. And I think that evidence, so I looked through as well, but I'm just going to use that bit for now, just for the video. So that evidence tells me I think he's quite a good guide, because he's confident, he speaks loudly and clearly, he tells everybody clear instructions. So that makes him a good guide. So if you look at the hot one, and I'm going to look at quite a similar question, but again, I want you to be careful with this one. So this question asks you, which of these words do you think best describes Yash as a guide? So you've got to choose one of these words. Now, there might be more than one answer, but the important thing is that you use evidence from the text. Okay, so I might pick knowledgeable. And now knowledgeable means he knows lots about it, he knows the area, he knows lots of information. So I might pick knowledgeable, but then I've got to go back to the text, so to the hot text, and find some evidence that shows that he is knowledgeable about this area. So if I look here, it says that he began his ritual of information. Now that's obviously something he does all of the time. And storytelling, he leads the trek, he weaved his familiar route, he knows where he's going. So lots and lots of things. And there'll be other bits of evidence in the text if you look through. Okay, but I know that you're used to lots of these question types, so you'll do great.